Okay, it's later in the day, and hopefully I'll remember to put this one with the other one I made this morning. When the sky was all black and the storms were, hadn't been predicted, were suddenly coming up. We have those pop-up storms. And it did rain a little, but it never did have the big, huge thunderstorm they then predicted. And then on one of the TV channels, news networks, I'm not going to name which one, but they said that they had made a mistake in talking about the cap or something like that. Yeah, you did. It was like, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to get on here. This time I've been back out and doing lunch run, which is only an hour. I mean, that's it. That's pretty much it. I have an opportunity of an hour to get offers. That doesn't mean that they're going to be good ones. But I went to this place. I want to talk about this one. I want to vent. This is what I use my videos for anyway, to vent. Sometimes to tell funny stories, funny things, whatever is on my mind that day, but quite often it's venting, because I live in what I jokingly call Narcissismville. Jokingly, but still. Okay, I need to go get me something to drink. But I don't drink. It would be a soda, but I can't even drink sodas from places like there's a McDonald's right there, because it has to be caffeine free and sugar free together, both caffeine free and sugar free. Can't drink caffeine, can't drink sugar. So that's very hard to find, very difficult. So usually I get ice and I have a little I don't know what you even call them, but I don't know, it's for sodas. It's not an igloo kind of thing. That's how I remember them, igloo. This one says Ozark Trail. We got it at Walmart. It's in an insulated bag, but it's special. All these pockets, and it's not that big. Anyway, now let me get on to this. I went to this. Let me go get something to drink. Okay, I went and got me a cup. As I was saying, I have one of these little hot cold bags for soda, and I have with me those that are caffeine free and sugar free. So I left out that part that I have them with me, so I just stopped somewhere and get some ice. Some places charge you the same thing as a soda because they charge for the cup. Well, okay, the cup doesn't cost that much. You see what? Okay, birdie, yeah, come sit right here. It just flew up. Okay, anyway. But the thing that happened today, what is it with merchants? They call them merchants. What are these with these employees work at these stores lately? I have not had, except for one time, I think in all this time, and I've done, my goodness, 400 or 500. I think it has to be 500 at least by now. I thought it was already, but apparently not. That kind of weirded me out, though, that it wasn't. Yeah, because I thought I'd seen it. Anyway, so let's just say 500. I've picked it from 500 places, and I've only had, until today, or yesterday, one problem with somebody who worked there. Actually, two. One of them, she was just kind of smart-aleck, and yes. But the other one I had, it was a guy, and he had the same kind of attitude. That, like, I'm his staff member. No, I'm an independent contractor. I work for myself. I get my, offers through these apps, sure, but I'm an independent contractor. I'm not an employee of any of them. There's a whole big old debate about these employees and stuff and like that. So, no, I don't work for you, and I don't work for you. I mean, I do. How do they get away with this? But I'm a contractor. I worked plenty with contract. They didn't call themselves independent contractors back then. They were subcontractors. Like if somebody, say these apps, they're contracting with the store, then people who get their offers from them, they are the subcontractor. They get theirs from the contractor. Okay. And I can see that they're trying to set up some totem pole here on who's the biggest, who's the best, and who's the one on top and all that. But anyway, what happened today, I did go through that chat thing. They can take forever to complain. I thought I was going to be actually speak to somebody live, but apparently not anymore. I'm not saying which one it is on purpose, but hey, some of them, there's 2 of them that act the same. They have the same kind of protocols and everything, same kind of way. I mean, like these same kind of things. The more I work on either one of them, same. Sure, it's not the same. Just different name. Anyway, different corporation. Yeah. Anyway, I'm still watching that bird, so I'm kind of a little bit. It's so funny. You gonna lay your eggs down here? Anyway, oh, it's been rough. But this woman. Okay, I went to this place to pick up an order. They're never very easy to get into this certain restaurant. It's never been. None of them I have ever seen have been easy. And they're always very busy. And there's more than one. There's more than 2 that are busy, but 2 chains. There's plenty of them. They're really busy. And I know this one, I'm like, ugh, but I needed to take some order, so I went ahead and took that order. And it's just a mess just getting in it. And then the woman waiting on me, she was very, she was probably, I'd say maybe 50s, in her 50s. And she was dressed like regular dress, not in a uniform. Everybody else was in uniform. And she was kind of getting all mixed up with them. And it was a very tight space. And she was a large woman. I don't talk about people being large. I'm a gentle giant myself. But just the way she was pushing her way through the staff that was trying to do their job, it was annoying to me. I don't work there. It was annoying, it's like I would tell her, go. Get away. You're in the middle of everything. You're people trying to do their job. And it just looks all very messy. Just all messed up because of her. And so anyway, I went in and told her, that I was there to pick up this order. And so she gave me the order, and I set it down for a second because I had put, the way it was 2 different things. I had to get a better grip on it. And then she told me what I had to do. And I said, okay. I already have had people like that. Employees, they tell you, well, you need to verify it and then verify it. And they said the 3rd one, the other day I told a guy, I said, nope, the 3rd one's mine. And he became this smart aleck guy. It was 2 guys. And the other one, I could tell they were friends. And that guy, the other one started to see that's wrong. The way he was talking to me, like I was too stupid to understand what he was saying, that he was being so sarcastic. Well, no, you're looking stupid, mister. He would never know. But he was looking stupid. But I told him, I said, that's mine, because if I've been out to get out and I can't get out, that's mine. That's just how I see it. Nobody's told me. Nobody gives directions on this at all. But that's how I see it, because, like I said, I have actually gotten out to my SUV and been blocked in or something like this. And that's why I don't do the 3rd one, on this one particular app. There's 2 of them this does. Or maybe 3 of them that does the same kind of thing. On the 3rd one. Yeah, actually 2 of them that I use. The other one, I don't know. I don't use it anymore. So, anyway. Okay. So, anyway, this woman, she talked to me like as if she were in control over what I do and what and dismissive of me when I try to speak. And I told her this is, and she, I'm so sick of people who cut people off like that, talk over people. This is the world. This is the place. This is not the world. This is my world. I've my narcissistic, like I call it, narcissismville areas. Like I said, it doesn't really exist, but I've seen so many of these people. They really do think that they have there's at some level where you are way down below, or just anybody. I've seen people do to other people. They're so insignificant that they can speak over them. The doctors, I've done that whole thing about doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, PAs, seen too many of them that they don't allow you to finish one word. Well, this woman, she was just, no, I'm not going to tell her that. She is my boss. She's not my boss. Period. Period. Full stop, period. So, she told me then she tried to be so condescending, man, and that's not a good place. That's not a place that people are condescending, okay? She needs to be removed from her position, period. Because that does not represent their whole setup, their whole ways at all. And I've known this kind of store for many, many years. It's not store, but restaurant. For decades. And no, they are not like that. And that's not their motto, or their, not motto, what would it be? Their culture? What would it be? I should know. I should know what to call it. I would say their culture, their business mission, part of their mission and their culture and the way that they put themselves off. And no, she was totally opposite. But she told me how my app works and what I'm supposed to do to it. And then she touched my phone. Oh man, I let her know I'm going to call your corporate office. And I walked out, and as I was walking out, I said, I will never return here. I said, how rude. And it was very rude. I was stunned because they are not rude people. It's a chain store, and they are not known for being rude. They're actually known for being rather nice. So I had to go deliver the order, and man, fumes were coming out of my ears. You know, just seriously, I was hot. It really bothered me for somebody, the way she spoke to me, you know, and I really I feel empathy for people. I felt empathy for all the people that were working there. Like I said, before any of this happened, I was noticing how bad, you know, she was just right in the way, and she was interfering, and people were trying to do their job, and they seemed kind of scared of her. And, you know, like walking on eggshells. Haven't we all experienced that before? Walking on eggshells around somebody. Yeah. It's intimidating and all that. And she was intimidating them. And she wasn't going to intimidate me. I don't care anymore. I've never been one to be intimidated by other people, seriously. Just never have been. Another phone call. So, I just really haven't. And that's probably not all that good. You know, I'm getting older. I gotta, you know, watch it. So somebody might want to beat me up. But you never know in this world. I've never been intimidated physically in any way. Intimidated, really. I can't say 100% because, you know, there's exceptions to a rule. But overall, no, not really. Total strangers, never. Can't imagine. I mean, some of them will shock me that they have the audacity to think they can do such a thing. Really, that they actually think that they can. Sometimes I'm humored by it because I'm sitting there thinking, this is a child that's pretending to be an adult. It's actually an adult who hasn't grown up since childhood. You know, one of those insolent children. Oh, man. You know, stomping their feet, throwing temper tantrums. You know, and then she's so condescending and saying these things like, have a good day. And I said, you're welcome. It was really funny for me to say that at that time, because seriously, when we go pick up these orders, the way I look at things, they should be thankful that we're doing it. We should be thankful that they have something there. But usually the chain of, you know, let's say social contract, when somebody's doing something for you, you know, or if it's like people picking up food, the restaurant, say, you know, whatever it is, it's a grocery store, they thank the customer or even the driver. They thank them because they're doing this from there. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong, but that's the way I see it. And so she didn't even say thank you, anything. She just thought she was Miss Bossy Boss. And I let her know she wasn't. And I did push that button because she touched my phone. Well, I actually don't think I did, because she touched my phone. Something happened to it when I got out to my SUV. I didn't finish this part, so I'm going to finish it. And it wouldn't navigate. I didn't even start this part. It wouldn't navigate. It was just sitting there like she had touched something wrong, and I had jerked at my phone. This is my phone, my property, not hers. And they're not paying for my phone. You know, these delivery places, they don't pay for my phone, and it's not hers to touch. How dare she? You see, people who step over boundaries. This is what that means when people step over boundaries. This is a social contract. You don't touch somebody else's phone. That's the second time that's happened recently. Remember, the other one was when I went to deliver for the other service that does the same, has the same kind of protocols and same kind of everything, pretty much. A guy that works for them, another driver, just right, that works for them, but this driver touched my phone. Oh man, oh, he actually seemed to think I was going to deliver his order for him. Really, because we both had an order for the same person, the same customer, and it was really weird because my customer at one time had all of that, and then he come and touched my, got real near me. That's the second time that's happened. Somebody got real near, close to me, like as if they were trying to trade something off of my phone. I know that's one of those things, but there is something like that. I've actually seen it. So, anyway, back to this, but. You know, don't touch my phone, man. I don't want your germs on my phone. Really. I don't want nobody touching my property. Me or my property. Period. It's not for you. That's stepping over boundaries, social boundaries. So anyway, so this woman today, she did that. I got up to my SUV to go deliver, and it wouldn't work, man. And it caused so much problems. And then it said, you know, I could go to a different app, and I pushed the button, and yeah, I did it. I knew which one to go to. And it worked. But I was livid. I was not, yes and no. The same kind of thing. I'm tired of people overstepping boundaries, you know, stepping over any boundaries. They feel like it, you know, and I tend to say something back, like I will never come back here again. How rude. I have a sister that's rather, she's rather, let's just say, verbal. And she would have been a lot louder than I was. You know, see how my voice got louder? Oh man, she would have been really loud. But I said it enough for her that was standing right there to hear it. And, but really, how rude. Stand in line and wait your turn. It happens in verbal, you know. You shut up until, you can't say shut up. Yeah, I was taught to be polite. You just don't talk over people. That was actually, when I was a student, that's something that was taught, that was what abusers do. One of the things that abusers do, and I agree with that. Every once in a while, a person can get all excited and they might talk over somebody because they're so excited and they want to say something, they want to, you know, like that. But I'm talking about when they're dismissive, or they're trying to tell you you're wrong on everything, you know, as some people who are abusive do. Okay, and what I was saying about feeling empathy, I felt so sorry for her, for those employees. As it turns out, she was a big wig. I don't think they are. I think that, yeah, I don't think. I think that they have their staff made in their staff setup, makeup. I don't know. What would you call it? That's not my field. But you know, their chain of command. I hated when people said that, the chain of command. I didn't sign up for a military. You know? That's why I used to say, I'm not in the military, so I don't care about no chain of command. Seriously now, come on people, get real. Anyway, but they might have there's some other way, as I found out later on. But you know, for her to touch my phone, then I get out there and it won't navigate. And that has never, ever, ever happened to me before. Never, never, never. Okay? Even my own, when I'm using something to navigate, never has it happened. Never. So she touched something. She messed up something. I had to turn it off and all that kind of stuff, and to get it to, after that, to work right and all this kind of, you know, just how dared she? So I was still like that. So I went to a place that delivered the food. I went to a place set under a tree, and I have a feeling that birds like that. It's been one of these days, you know, and I did that thing, the chat. It actually went pretty fast, and they were real nice to me. But you know how that is. They'll send a, I remember, I thought I had gotten a contract violation, but what it was, the woman was explaining to me that it was very difficult, our conversation, because neither way it wasn't making much sense to me why they would do that after I was the one that had the problem, you know. They said it was a teachable. They didn't use this term, but I am going to use it. I think more people understand it. A teachable moment. So they sent me this, whatever you would call it, notification I think they call it notification. It's like an email saying that this is what you do and that's what you do in this situation, and it basically points the finger at the driver. And so think about it. I just had a problem, and then with it, and I reported it, and then they're sending me something. Well, the second time they did it, I realized it was not a contract violation. It's just, once again, something they do automatically. And that's not good either, really. But anyway, I'll probably get another one of those. But I've never known them to, this one in particular, to even care. Really. They don't seem to care. And neither does the other one. The two that do really, like, I don't know about the other one. So like I said, I don't use it anymore. But they really don't seem to care. Because I think that they know that that it's not always the driver. If the driver is going to have the nerve to report it, go through all of that, maybe they look at it that way. If the driver's going to actually pull over and call and then know it's going to be at least 30 minutes all together, then they're pretty ticked off. And I wasn't, like I said, because sometimes I've seen so much in my life. Some of this is just, even in my mind, but at the same time, it's not. This should not happen. The educated side of me just says this should not happen. People should not just think that they can step over boundaries because they put themselves in some elevated position. Well, as it turns out, she was at her job in an elevated position, like I said, but not in my world. She's not in an elevated position, period. I guess she's not smart enough to see the difference. I have no boss, period. There you go. It is really weird, to say you're an independent contractor, but you don't have a boss at the same time. But then some will say, yes, you do. Like I said earlier, big old debate. But yeah, because they could say, we're ending your contract. Okay, bye-bye. I'll move on. Because there are plenty of them out there. Move on. And that's why there should never be a monopoly. Ta-da. Anyway. But, anyway, the way I found out, I went through that whole thing, and they were the person on the other side of the chat was very nice and said, I think I do prefer now to this chat instead of speak to them on the phone, because, wow. But, very nice, and I can also screenshot it, even though it's that one or another one that says you can't. It's not, I think what it was saying was you're not allowed to use it like in video or some other purpose. So I still screenshot. I didn't do it this time. I need to. But anyway, the whole conversation. So I have it. I learned that after that unfortunate incident where some kids were doing a TikTok challenge or so whatever challenge. I always heard there were TikTok challenges that do that the kids would do, teenagers would do something. Since then, I pretty much record everything, screenshot whatever. It's not all that much, really, when it comes down to it. But anyway, after that, and I got over near here, parked over there, and I decided to call one of their other stores. This is what I used to do in the past whenever I have a problem with one of these stores. When somebody has the nerve to treat you like you are scum, or I hope she doesn't treat those customers that way, really. But not customers, but the customers too. But the staff. Can you imagine working for some tyrant like that? Some dismissive of you. She's way up high and you're way down low. No, you're not. You just proved the opposite. It's true. By being that way. But, so I called another one of their stores, and the guy said, and I said, well, all I wanted to ask, I said, he's a real nice sounding person. I said, well, I'm just have a question. And I told him that I just wonder, you have staff that are all in uniform, but there's a person working for you that is not in uniform. It's just in regular clothes. I said, what level are they? Are they manager or what? He said, no. And he told me, and I kind of figured it. You know, it's the same as a manager, really, it is. But, and I told him why. He said, they're usually only there this time, every day. So it's not someone from corporate. But, anyway, they're corporate. I told him, you know, he said something like, may I ask why? And I told him a little bit. I don't want my name associated with this. This is anonymous. And I gave him a little brief synopsis of the whole situation. And so I just don't want my name associated. I don't want to hear the next time, hear from them saying, oh, she's going to sue you, this, that. He said, I will not do that. He said, but they need to know if that's how she's treating people. Because it's a place where they don't allow that. They're not out there to be rude to customers. And there's more than one restaurant that they're like that. Chain restaurant even. They're not there for people with ego problems to work for them and ruin their business. So, anyway, I think I'm going to go home. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go home. I could do my insulin. My midday insulin. So my voice, man, is this pollen and everything. I mean, you hear me wheezing practically. God, it's so bad. Anyway, I'll talk to you in another video. Bye.